Hey guys, I just want to do my reaction video to the Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker final trailer. I don't know much. I mean, I'll just people can say what they will about the sequel trilogy. At least they have like very good marketing. They tease a lot of stuff happening without giving you an idea what the plot is. So when you go into the theaters, it still has an element of surprise, which I wish more films did, for at least for their respective marketing campaigns. But I mean, all I know about it is J.J. Abrams is back, and that's supposed to be a conclusion to not only the sequel trilogy but all 9 Star Wars films. And I'm gonna stop talking, play it, react to it, give you my thoughts about it. About the trailer, and how how my predictions and feelings about the movie after. All right.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
Long have I waited. And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir,
What?
at my friends.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
Always.
Okay, so things I noticed about the trailer.
Twitch! What is
really-
it? Twitch is everything. It's also
So things I noticed about the trailer, it didn't elaborate on that image of Rey in a black hood with a double-bladed lightsaber, as in the D3. That we're just seeing the D3, the D23 trailer. I'm assuming that was like a Force vision. I'm doubt she's turning to the dark side. A couple of things I noticed. Palpatine's voice in the background. We got to see Leia's ship from A New Hope, Tantive 4, if I'm not mistaken, and also that in that armada being led by the Millennium Falcon, on the left, to the left of that, to the Millennium Falcon's left. For anybody who's a Star Wars Rebels fan, we saw the Ghost flying alongside the Millennium Falcon, as well as other New Republic ships. We got to see a lot of old Star Destroyers from from the original trilogy, from what it looked like, and ruins of the original from the second Death Star. It looked like Rey and Kylo Ren were slashing. I wasn't sure what it was, but for a brief second, it looked like that's a little monument, for lack of better terms, where Kylo kept Darth Vader's burnt mask. I mean, I know, like, all I heard is stuff about, Kerry Russell was supposed to show up in an unspecified role. We got to see more of, a little bit more of, Billy D. Williams reprising his role as Lando Calrissian, and, like I said, the voiceover from Emperor Palpatine. I don't know if if he's some kind of Force ghost, he's gonna come back as a clone like he did it in the, what is it? Expanded universe prior to Disney buyout, which I guess is now considered, Star Wars Legends continuity, and it looks good. But my thing is that with J.J. Abrams coming back, and The Last Jedi being so divisive among people about like certain plot points, and I feel like, here's the thing that I liked about, like, I'm one of the people who did enjoy Last Jedi, and I like the idea of Rey just coming from nothing, because it distinguished that character from the Skywalkers, who weren't like having to fulfill some kind of destiny or prophecy. That it made everything she was doing all the more altruistic. Coming from nothing. Helping create, rebuild the new Jedi, being the first of a new Jedi Order, after Luke basically, like, unofficially kind of like passed the torch to her. And that's the thing, is like people seem to got hung up on the fact that it was so like just like blasphemous towards like Star Wars lore and whatnot. But the thing is that and people complain about Kylo Ren's line was like, "Let the past die, bury it if you have to," and this is, but it's like they just took his line at face value, and I don't know what it is. I figure actions speak louder than words, and like he says, "Let the past die," but his actions are overthrowing, killing Snoke, his dark side master. Something that a Sith, that was part of the Sith Lords, the Order of the Sith. That was something that Sith Lords would do, either killing their apprentice, the master killing their apprentice killing their apprentice, or vice versa, and taking power. And so, and then he's also like ruling over it. He's also taking charge of. He's a dark side user. Kylo taking control of a totalitarian government, basically the New Order, just like Palpatine and Darth Vader were dark side Force users, taking control of the totalitarian government, the Galactic Empire. So it's like his idea of letting the past die is doing the exact same stuff his predecessors did in the past. So he says he's letting the past die, but he's still not, distinguishing himself from, the Sith Lords that preceded him, and he's basically doing the same stuff that Sith Lords did before him with, himself, the Knights of Ren, I think, and it's just, so it just feels like he's being a hypocrite who's not self-aware of his own actions to an extent, and, and if it was really about, Last Jedi kind of spitting on the lore and, the past mythology, I mean, you had like Luke Skywalker, who's like one of his, just to paraphrase him, among his last lines to Kylo Ren during their lightsaber fight was I guess like the New Republic or the Resistance will live on, and I will not be the last Jedi. And which is a contrast to saying it's time for the Jedi to end. It's like, he realized he made mistakes. He didn't learn from, his past mistakes from his own, like being impulsive, or not learning from the mistakes of like past Jedi masters. And Rey was the next generation who can learn from the mistakes of her predecessors from the previous Jedi orders. So I feel like the overall theme was respect the past, don't be slavish to it, but embrace the future, is what I took from the movie. And I'm sorry that I don't know, like what, like half the fandom like didn't get that idea, and my personal opinion, it kind of like went over people's heads. Am I worried about, J.J. Abrams because he directed Force Awakens, he set up a lot of stuff, and maybe it wasn't answered. Some questions were answered, or some questions were answers that he set up in Force Awakens that maybe didn't pay off to everybody's liking. They're just gonna like retcon a lot of stuff from Last Jedi just to like appease the people who weren't happy with the film. So it'll just be also so basically it'll just be another divisive film. So I think in the end, like it may or may not be just another divisive film, just like the last two, just like episodes 7 and 8 were. And I mean, I'm hoping maybe J.J. Abrams maybe will respect what some of the stuff that the plot points that Rian Johnson touched upon in The Last Jedi, and just focus on, making his promise of making it having everything from the previous 8 episodes like come full circle, just like a la Avengers Endgame was like the Infinity Saga coming full circle in that movie. So I'm looking forward to that in that aspect, and hopefully that's exactly what it's going to be. I'm going with open mind, some optimism, but I'm just looking forward to just watching a good Star Wars movie at this point, because the only Star Wars films that have ever been disappointing were, Rogue One and the prequels to me. I'm going to try to see, like I said, in my last, I might not have said this in my last video they uploaded for the Titans Season 2 premiere, that the edited versions of my reactions to the other Titans episodes are still forthcoming. And honestly, guys, I just have been struggling to keep up with, doing reactions, or this like mostly just trying to find the time to like do reactions to be able to edit to YouTube. And there's so many shows I'm like trying to watch, keep up with: Batwoman, Supergirl, Walking Dead, Black Lightning, Flash, Arrow. That's just hard for me to like do reactions because I work second shift at Walmart, not Lowe's Foods. That was my last job. But anyway, it's just hard to like kind of keep up with reaction videos. So I'm trying to figure out, what other reaction videos I can do besides just reacting to Titans. So I'll try to keep you posted to the best I can. Anyway, what are your fan predictions for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker? Your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.